is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up,
Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul out there with Jay, and it's Navarro in at the small forward. Here are the Pelicans with the ball, fresh from a win against Portland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Over in the corner, Paul, stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Holiday's got his first bucket in this one.
And looking at Jrue Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
Paul passes to Griffin. Wide open look. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Holiday attacking the baseline J. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
That's good.
Navarro.
22 points for Jay.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Omer Asik, he's checked in for New Orleans. Screen by Asik. Evans attacking. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Evans has got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Used the screen and took it all the way.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
The Pelicans have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And he makes the first but misses the second. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
A shot by Holiday, nobody around. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Looks for Evans, gets it to him. Got that one up quick. Evans has got 11 points.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Out left to the wing. Navarro, the pass to Griffin. Here's Navarro, guarded by Holiday. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. And New Orleans pushing it up now. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Paul with the 3. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see who the best rebounders in the NBA have been over the last 10 games. And you look at Clutch, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
It's stolen by Davis. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Crawford. Evans with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. And the rejection by Smith.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Gordon dishes to Holiday. To the middle. Here's Hasek. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 5th in rebounding, 7th in blocks, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anthony Davis. Butler comes in for Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. And the Pelicans making a change here. Perkins is checked in. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And it's blocked. Passes it to Navarro. No good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the boards. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Anderson, he's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
and LeBron James, that would probably
6,
change
right.
the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis.
The kick out to Anderson. Good on the triple. Anderson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Ajinça. And the shot is good. Ajinça's got 6.
You know, going back to Norris Cole last year, after the trade to the Pelicans, he shot better than he had in his entire career. That and the 2 championship rings he brought with him really helped the Pelicans take the next step in the team's development.
Here's Perkins, puts up the baby hook, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And, you know, talking about Norris Cole, this is a young man who still has plenty of upside. His assist-to-turnover ratio is solid. He's a competitive defender. I like where his game is going right now.
Kendrick Perkins, at this point in his career, really more of an enforcer than anything. Last season was statistically his worst since his rookie year. Played for a couple different, actually was part of 3 different teams, and ended up in Cleveland after beginning in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and you know, at this stage, what he gives you now, he's really a space eater down low. Still a terrific screener in the pick and roll or in terms of executing of the offense. And when the game gets physical, that tends to lead to him finding a way to make an impact.
Enforcer's a good term to
I like
use.
that
Yeah,
one,
I
Kevin.
do too.
I like that one.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And it's Pierce in the corner. Here's Crawford. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
And, you know, going back to Kendrick Perkins, I mean, he just looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. On top of that, he acts like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. One of the toughest competitors in the league, and he's got a scowl to match.
Pelicans trail by 9. Pass to Cole. Anderson kicks to Cole. From deep. Second chance shot. Perkins with the bucket. Perkins got 6 here in this quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And we were talking about Perkins. He's always been willing to do the dirty work. When the Celtics traded him a few years back for Jeff Green, they immediately struggled to outwork and out-hustle opponents. That was one of the few trades that I think Danny Ainge would like to have back.
Here's Butler, and he converts the layup.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Rondo passes to Smith. Misses from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The first free throw is good.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
He doesn't get the second one.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And the pass to Navarro. The tray. They get it again. Here's Jordan. And good on the basket. Took it. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here's Navarro. And it goes at the buzzer!
Digging deep. To hit that shot, that shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear, just tremendous execution.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers lead.
Josh, what do you...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq, your thoughts?